Und damit herzlich willkommen zurück zu GreedFall. Ja, in der letzten Folge hat uns ja dieser nette Botschafter sein sich vorgestellt und uns erzählt, was das Brückenvolk ist. Oder die Nation der Brücken. Und Kurt hier guckt sich einfach mal das leere Regal an. Egal. Wir wollen allerdings eigentlich unseren Cousin suchen. Wo auch immer der sein mag. Aber egal, wir haben jetzt eine neue Quest. Der Botschafter hat nämlich gesagt, es gibt einen Scharlatan in der Innenstadt, der sich für irgendwas ausgibt. Ein Alchemisten oder so. Und deshalb vorhat, wir sollen ihn zur Strecke bringen. Allerdings gibt es noch einen zweiten Botschafter, den wir noch aufsuchen sollen. Und das hier ist dieser Typ hier, Kardinal Antonius.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene.
Nein.
We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Ja, dann fragen wir aber mal nach. Und zwar, was hat es mit Theleme auf sich?
Could you tell me anything about Theleme?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Theleme are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Ja, gut. Was ist nochmal ganz kurz die Kongregation?
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
Ah, wir sind die Kongregation.
As ambassador of Theleme, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
Okay, ihr mögt also die Brückenallianz nicht. Das ist schon mal interessant. So viel zur Diplomatie. Ich gehe da mal.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Okay, das wäre hier auch erledigt. Aber irgendwie lassen wir die Ketzer doch lieber Ketzer sein. Also ich meine, gegen eine kleine Ketzerei kann man doch nichts sagen, oder? Egal. Stell dich Kapitän Vasco vor. Fällt mir ein, kann ich eigentlich da... Nee. Gibt's ein... Hier... Ein Journal oder irgendwas. Nebenquest. Ah ja, okay. Da kann man... Der Quacksalber, Ketzerjäger. Handelswaren der Groschengarde. Verhandeln Sie mit den Lieferanten. Okay. Wir machen trotzdem jetzt erstmal die Hauptquest. Einen Ausdauerbalken, soweit ich das sehe, gibt es nicht. Das heißt, wir können einfach durchrennen. Ups, da lag Blut. Müssen wir hin? Da müssen wir hin. Hafenviertel. Okay. Wer bist du denn? Sprech mit Sir de Cour... Keine Ahnung.
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
Nö. Aber du kannst mir mal sagen, was du eigentlich auf der Insel machst.
What will be your official title on Tier 4D? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor. Nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master.
So.
I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Ich frage mich nur, in was er Meister ist. Also das hat sich noch nicht ganz rausgestellt. Oder ist es ein Titelmeister, so wie der Meister in Game of Thrones? Keine Ahnung. Okay, jetzt müssen wir hier noch mit dem Kapitän reden.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
So, das war dein Leben.
There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Ja, wegen den Schiffsjungen. Wo hast du ihn das letzte Mal gesehen?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Okay, und Bekanntschaften in Sirene?
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so. but it's difficult to be sure.
Okay, wer sind seine engsten
This
Freunde?
Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Okay, Nachfragen bezüglich... Nö, das ist alles... Doch, was sind die Nauten? Ist das ein eigenes Volk, oder?
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
Ah, eine
We
Gilde.
are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Okay, und was kannst du uns über die Insel sagen?
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. That will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Okay, jetzt wissen wir schon mal, was auf uns warten wird. Okay, danke. Dann gehen wir mal.
Be back soon, Captain.
So. Dann machen wir doch erstmal die Nebenquest. Damit wir das einmal gemacht haben. Nebenquest, und zwar nur der verschwundene Naute. So, da müssen wir hier hin. Denn ich will schon eine volle Crew haben. Wenn wir da abziehen. Vor allem könnten wir den ja vielleicht so als persönlichen Pagen oder sowas einsetzen. So ganz selbstlos bin ich natürlich nicht. Okay. Anscheinend hier unten war ich falsch. Das war jetzt einmal umsonst gelaufen. Dass man da... Ah, okay. Hier muss ich rein. Da reden wir erstmal mit dem Typen da hinten. Bevor wir in ein anderes Haus reingehen. Guten Tag, mein Junge.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Ja, nach Kapitän Vasco fragen.
What do you think about Kapitän Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Das liegt wahrscheinlich an euren Tätowierungen. Die sehen fast so übel aus wie das, was ich im Gesicht habe. Okay, nach dem Schiffsjungen fragen. Was weißt du denn
Were
über
you a
ihn?
witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Ja, dann mal den Gemütszustand des Jungen fragen.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Okay, nach der Entführung fragen.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know.
Okay, dann geh.
I kind of remember his face being there.
Dann noch mal kurz in die
Thank you,
Taverne.
Lara. I need to be going.
Habt ihr jemanden gesehen? Du bist Flavio? Flavia.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance
Nach den
seriously.
Schiffsjungen fragen.
What can I do for you?
Wann hast du ihn das letzte Mal gesehen?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Okay,
Why?
nach
I
seinen
haven't
Gewohnheiten
the
fragen.
faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine.
Okay, und sonst noch irgendwelche
One
Freunde?
drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know
Und
anyone in
Feinde?
Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing.
Okay, wir sollten vielleicht aber trotzdem mal den
It
Kanal
blurs the
nachgehen.
senses.
Findet Zeugen, befrage sie. Noch mal ganz kurz, wie ist euer Captain so drauf?
What do you think about Kapitän Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year
Okay.
yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Yep.
I need to be going.
Auf alle Fälle eine sehr strange Story.
this is.
Something isn't right
Brauchen wir
here, I
noch
can feel it.
Zeugen.
We need to
Da
lift the
haben
veil
sich
on
Zeugen
this.
Ups, Entschuldigung. Anscheinend da oben gibt es Zeugen. Frage ist, wie komme ich jetzt da hoch? Hochklettern kann ich anscheinend nicht. Das ist schade. Dann gehen wir mal so hoch. Okay. Gibt es hier Zeugen im alten Lagerhaus? Ah, okay. Das ist die Taverne. Jetzt. Ja, fangen wir doch gleich. Quest abschließen. In GreedFall kann eine Quest meist auf verschiedene Arten abgeschlossen werden. Der Saat hat mehrere Eisen im Feuer. Raffinesse, Überredungskunst, Intuition, Korruption, das Fertigen von Gegenständen auf dem Werktisch. Das alles sind Wege, die dir zur Verfügung stehen, um dein Ziel zu erreichen. Um dich in diesem Gebiet zu verbessern, verteilst du Punkte im entsprechenden Talentbaum oder trägst Ausrüstung, die Boni bieten. Drohungen und der Kampf sind weitere probate Optionen, wenn dein Feind nicht empfänglich für deine Talente sind. So, gut, dass wir einen Punkt in Charisma haben. So können wir uns in den reinschleimen. Hier, Joffrey!
Good day, tavern.
Good day to you.
Nach den Schiffsjungen
What is your
fragen.
pleasure?
Ihn nach der Entführung ihm von möglichen Zeugen erzählen.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here?
Okay.
He
Nach
would
der
never
Entführung
give
fahren.
away his chair at his table.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That
Ja,
doesn't hold
habt ihr
water.
meinen Cousin gesehen?
Anything else?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged.
Garantiert kann ich das nicht
If not,
reparieren. Aber jetzt hier erstmal
you'll
mit
need
dem hier
to pay.
reden.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm
Du
looking
hast da
for a
was im
Naut
Gesicht.
that disappeared 2 days ago. After visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring
Okay.
a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been
Okay,
right
was ist
to
sonst
be
noch an dem Abend
nervous,
geschehen?
if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what
Okay,
it was.
noch mehr
They
Informationen
weren't
über den reichen
particularly
Mann.
rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
So,
This
wir
man
gucken
is
jetzt noch mal
completely
ganz
owned
kurz,
by his
bevor
love
wir
for the game.
hier gehen,
You think we
ob wir
can
die
trust
Sachen hier
What would he
reparieren
gain
können.
from lying?
Ob wir dafür den entsprechenden Skill haben.
But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
The furniture is in
Okay,
terrible
voll
condition.
reparieren.
The fight must have been extremely
Rechts
violent.
runterdrücken.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels,
Reparieren den
but
Schaden,
once
den
done,
Konstantin
we can make
verursacht.
them like new.
Ja, wie mache ich das? Reparieren. Und wie mache ich die?
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels. I could repair
Aktion,
this if I had some metal
Treten,
dowels.
Wüte, Parade, Schusswaffe, Tränke. Nein. Kann ich hier irgendwas bauen? Ich habe jetzt natürlich nicht aufgepasst, wo er gesagt hat, wie ich was baue. Das ist Skills, Attribute, Talente, Stärke, Handwerk, Rüstungsfertigkeiten zu bauen. Du hast nicht zufällig ein paar Dübel dabei, oder? Kurt. ob er sich hier
Green
einsam
blood.
gefühlt
Do
hat.
you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
Oh
I
yeah.
always do.
Ihm sagen, dass du
Why,
geglaubt
do you want to
hättest,
rectify this?
all die Jahre über gute Gesellschaft geleistet zu haben.
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And I valued your friendship. But I thought you were referring to another kind of company. And to be honest, you and
nö.
Constantine aren't exactly my type. Anything else?
Okay, wahrscheinlich hätte ich mich an ihn ranmachen
Alles
können,
lieb.
wenn ich Frau des Saat gewesen wäre, aber okay, ich glaube, ich zahle das jetzt hier einfach mal.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to sort them out.
In that case, you need to pay me, sir.
I regret I don't have the sum you are asking for.
Either you repair them, or you reimburse their cost. Or I keep what I know about your cousin to myself.
That's ridiculous. He could reimburse you easily. He's quite a rich man.
Perhaps, but a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And as for promises, I've heard enough to fill an ocean.
Very
Okay.
well. I will see what I can scavenge in that case.
So, dann
I need to be
gucken wir,
off.
dass wir das Teil hier
Alright.
entweder reparieren oder bezahlen können. Und wir werden nach dem armen Jungen in der nächsten Folge suchen. Bis dahin allerdings sage ich danke, dass ihr zugeschaut habt und ich hoffe, dass wir uns auch beim nächsten Mal sehen. Bis dahin, macht's gut und bye bye.